Long ago in the Golden City of Jerusalem, there lived a princess named Jehosheba. She was the daughter of King Jehoram of Judah. Her world changed dramatically when her father, King Jehoram, died at the age of 40. Her half-brother Ahaziah then became king, though he was only 22 years old. Sadly, Ahaziah's reign was short. He ruled for just 1 year before he was killed, leaving behind his young sons, the little princes of Judah. This is when something terrible happened that would test Jehosheba's courage in ways she never imagined. The orphan prince's grandmother, Queen Athaliah, daughter of the wicked King Ahab, and Queen Jezebel, saw her chance to seize power. With cruelty in her heart, she ordered all the royal princes, her own grandchildren, to be killed so she could take the throne for herself. Jehosheba, who was not only a princess, but also the wife of Jehoiada the high priest, watched in horror as the palace erupted into chaos. As the queen's soldiers went about their terrible task of killing the young princes, Jehosheba knew she had to act quickly. Among the princes was a little baby called Joash, who was just 1 year old. With her heart pounding but her spirit determined, Jehosheba crept through the palace corridors. She secretly snatched baby Joash and his nurse from where the other princes were being killed. Where can I hide them? She wondered, knowing Queen Athaliah's soldiers would search everywhere. Then she had an answer: the temple of the Lord. Her husband Jehoiada was the high priest, and she knew the perfect hiding place. She and Jehoiada hid Joash and his nurse in a bedroom in the temple, where they kept him safe for 6 years while the wicked Queen Athaliah ruled the land, never knowing that one prince had escaped her murderous plot. For 6 years, Jehosheba and Jehoiada raised young Joash in secret within the temple walls. They taught him God's laws and prepared him to be the king he was born to be. Meanwhile, Queen Athaliah sat upon the stolen throne, ruling the land with wickedness just like her parents, Ahab and Jezebel, had done. When Joash turned 7 years old, Jehoiada knew it was time. He gathered the commanders of the army and the guards. He showed them the young king and organized a carefully planned coronation. The temple guards formed circles of protection around young Joash, armed with spears and shields that had belonged to King David. The trumpets sounded throughout Jerusalem. Long live King Joash! Queen Athaliah, hearing the commotion, rushed to the temple crying, "Treason! Treason!" But it was too late. Her evil reign was over, and Joash, the rightful king of David's line, was placed on the throne. Under Jehoiada's wise guidance, King Joash did what was right in the eyes of the Lord. He repaired the temple and brought the people back to worshiping God. Peace returned to Judah, all because of Jehosheba's brave action and Jehoiada's wise leadership. The story takes a sad turn. After Jehoiada died at the very old age of 130, King Joash changed. He forgot about God's ways and the people who had saved and raised him. He began listening to wicked advisors who led him away from God. When Jehoiada's son Zechariah, who was also Jehosheba's son, spoke up against the king's bad choices, Joash did something terrible. He ordered Zechariah to be stoned to death in the very temple courtyard where he had been protected as a child. This betrayal must have broken Jehosheba's heart. The very child she had risked everything to save had grown up to kill her own son. But what Jehosheba couldn't see was how her brave actions served God's bigger plan. By saving Joash, she had preserved the royal line of David, the family line that God promised would one day lead to Jesus, the Messiah. This true story from 2 Chronicles chapters 22 and 23 teaches us something very important. Sometimes when we do the right thing, we might face hardship or even betrayal. But just like Jehosheba, our brave actions can be part of God's greater plan, touching lives far beyond what we can see. One person's courage, especially when helping others, can change the course of history itself. Remember, even when doing the right thing is scary, And even when others don't appreciate our kindness, God sees our actions and can use them for His greater purpose. Just like Jehosheba, you never know how your courage today might help shape tomorrow. Jehosheba might have died with a broken heart, feeling betrayed by those she helped, but her courage served a greater purpose than she could have known. By saving one small prince, she kept alive the line that would bring hope to the whole world. Sometimes when we do what's right, we may not see the full impact of our actions. But like Jehosheba, our courage can be part of God's bigger plan, touching lives far beyond what we can imagine.
Hello, children. I see you've been listening to my story. I hope you've learnt how important it is to trust God and be brave, even when things seem hard. I want to share a special song with you. It's called Be Brave and True, and it reminds us of how God can use courage and faith to bring light even in dark times. Let's sing it together, line by line. Repeat after me.
When the world is dark and full of fear, remember God is always near. You can be brave, you can be strong. Stand for what's right where you belong. Be brave and trust His way. God's love will guide you every day. Though times are hard, His plan is right. He turns the dark into His light. His light. Stand for truth no matter the cost. Be brave, don't fear what might be lost. God's love will guide and make you strong. With Him you will always belong. His light.